I want to talk to you about the power that turns dreams into reality. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they lack intelligence. They fail because they stop too soon. The world is filled with people who were almost successful, almost consistent, almost disciplined, almost courageous, but almost never builds a life of meaning. Perseverance is the invisible force that separates those who merely wish from those who eventually win. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, and it rarely looks impressive in the beginning, but it is unstoppable. Today we're going to talk about perseverance, not as a motivational buzzword, but as a deliberate decision, a mental discipline, and a habit that transforms failure into fuel. One of the greatest misunderstandings about perseverance is believing that it depends on motivation. It doesn't. Motivation rises and falls with mood, circumstances, and comfort. Perseverance operates on a higher level, the level of decision. The moment you decide that quitting is no longer an option, your mind begins to search for solutions instead of exits. Perseverance begins when excuses end. Every worthwhile achievement carries resistance with it. Resistance tests commitment. Resistance exposes desire. If your goal disappears the moment discomfort appears, the goal was never strong enough to begin with. Those who persevere don't avoid obstacles, they expect them. They understand that difficulty is not a sign of failure. It is proof that progress is demanding its price. Perseverance cannot survive without a clear purpose. Vague desires collapse under pressure. Clear intentions grow stronger because they give pain a reason. When you know why you are moving forward, the how becomes secondary. People who lack perseverance often lack clarity. They want success, but they haven't defined it. They want freedom, but they haven't committed to the discipline required. A definite purpose acts like an anchor in a storm. It holds you steady when emotions shift and circumstances change. Ask yourself, what am I working toward? Who benefits if I refuse to quit? What kind of person must I become to reach this goal? When purpose becomes personal, perseverance becomes natural. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the classroom where success is taught. Every setback contains information. Every mistake reveals a weakness that can be strengthened. Every delay refines character, if you allow it to. Those who quit at the first sign of defeat never discover how close they were. History is filled with people who failed repeatedly before achieving lasting success. What separated them from everyone else wasn't luck. It was persistence. Failure tests emotional control. It exposes impatience. It challenges belief. But perseverance turns failure into strategy. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this preparing me for?" The person who perseveres doesn't take failure personally, they take it seriously. Perseverance is not passive endurance. It is active self-discipline. It is showing up when results are invisible. It is working without applause. It is continuing when no one is watching. Self-discipline creates consistency. Consistency creates momentum. Momentum makes perseverance sustainable. Small daily actions repeated without drama compound into extraordinary results. You don't need heroic effort. You need habitual commitment. The mind grows stronger through controlled effort. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you reinforce the identity of someone who finishes what they start. Perseverance is built in ordinary moments, not grand ones. One of the greatest enemies of perseverance is negative influence. Doubt spreads easily. Fear is contagious. Discouragement multiplies when shared with the wrong people. Those who persevere learn to guard their mental environment. They limit exposure to pessimism. They choose ideas carefully. They feed their minds with constructive thought. Your thoughts shape your persistence. What you repeatedly tell yourself becomes what you believe. What you believe determines how long you endure. Faith in yourself is not blind optimism. It is trained belief reinforced through repetition and action. If you want perseverance, protect your mindset. Resistance has limits. Discouragement weakens. Opposition tires. Obstacles break under sustained effort, but perseverance has no expiration date. Time is neutral. It works for the persistent and against the impatient. Those who endure long enough eventually outlast the struggle. Success is often less about brilliance and more about staying power. The world rewards those who refuse to quit. Right now, you are closer than you think. Closer than doubt tells you. Closer than fear admits. Closer than failure suggests. Perseverance is the quiet promise you make to yourself and keep. Decide today that your goal is worth the effort, that your future is worth the discomfort, that quitting is no longer an option, because the moment you commit to perseverance, everything begins to change. Inspiration to soar.